Going through the trauma for the first time was, I'll just use the word tough, but it's much, much more than that. It was very hard because I could see it in color.
In black and white, Fred sits in an armchair with his eyes closed.
In my mind, I could almost smell the sulfur. I could smell the smoke. I could see faces.
Tipping his head back, he rubs his face with his hands, then runs his palms over his head.
All I saw was what I was most angry about, the heightened parts of my emotions.
His brow furrows.
As I kept going, I started to see other details, like what the person was wearing, what emblem was on their uniform, facial expressions, certain things that were more detailed. The doctor was very patient. She was very understanding. I can appreciate that.
Sunlight washes across a car windshield, silhouetting the rearview mirror.
Was it hard? Yes. Was it difficult? Unimaginably difficult.
Fred recorded his trauma narrative. His assignment was to listen to it daily.
In listening to the recordings, I wrote down what I was feeling.
He holds a digital recorder the size of his 2 fingers.
I didn't want to keep anything in that closet that was going to haunt me later. So I took as though it were a broom and swept that stuff out and brought it on the table. And I had to trust the expertise of this doctor and this program to do what it said it was going to do.
Fred writes the numbers 96 and 95 on a piece of notebook paper.
You're talking about your discomfort and you're putting a rating on it. Your whole goal is to get those numbers to the 0 or 1. In the beginning, my numbers were high.
He holds his pen above the page, then stares down at the numbers through his black-rimmed round glasses. His lips are pursed. On a couch, he crosses his arms.
The change, it came in session 4. I was going through the imaginal, and I could see it, and I felt a diminished amount of anxiety.
He writes the number 92 on the page.
I celebrated that because I wasn't a 95, I was a 92.
He circles the number.
It was a large relief because I was like, this is gonna work. I can trust this process.
Our view slowly zooms in on the piece of lined white paper in Fred's spiral notebook. The image fades to black.